Greetings, everyone. This is Elizabeth. Thank you for joining me today. If you're catching the replay, thank you so much. Much appreciated. I overslept. I was supposed to be up and to the post office today, and I forgot to set an alarm. So I overslept. Yeah, because that's what I do. I do that thing. But we're going to, speaking of which, let's set our alarm now. Let's set that alarm to be up because I got to be up tomorrow anyways. Nope, calculator, clock, alarm, 11. We're going to get up at 11 because I got things to do. Oh my goodness, where's the AM? 11 a.m. Post office. OFFICE. Post office and SH Live. There we go, save. Alright, we have an alarm set for 19 hours and some change. 19 hours and some change. Marguerite Francis, hello. Barbara, hello. You're welcome. How are you doing? I don't remember what card I sent you, but I'm glad you like it. Wait, it is from me and not Barbara, right? Anywho's, I think I sent you a Christmas one, maybe. Hope you're doing well. Today is Use the Things Thursday, and in preparation for all things good, we should do some stencils. We should play with some stencils. I love stencils. Maddie, the emptiness scraper. We're gonna pull out. If we pull out the first binder, we have the chicken binder. Chicken binder, which we may need to upgrade. We may need to upgrade the chicken binder. Anna Moret, hello. And then I want, our Ranger stencils. I think we're gonna combine a few stencils, because stencils are fabulous, aren't they? Oh, the pretty poinsettias. Glad you like it. I want to do this flourish. Oh, you guys can't see? Get down here. Look here. Okay, so we have some, we have stencils from a lot of places. Tim Holtz and Simon Hurley, I think, are my two top favorite places for stencils. And then there's other places that you can get stencils and be happy with. Stencils, because stencils are fabulous. Do we want, some little bitty stars would be fun. Little textured-y bits. We'll get our little stars. Our stars. These came with, Simon says, Stamp Timber stamps. So these were kind of exclusive. That's why they're weird shapes and not the normals. Tim Holtz, because they came with Stamp Timber stamps. Yes, stencils. And the Stampers Anonymous, they still have all of them, if I'm not mistaken. Like, Stampers Anonymous keeps all the goods. Just keeps them. We've got some, I got the brick. That one's Halloween. Let's put that one back. This one, although, is glorious. I put a tape on both sides of this one because the spider is very fiddly and I've snagged him a few times. So I just put tape on both sides so that he doesn't get snagged, get one in and out. Now, if your stencils are in all by themselves. You won't need to do that. Or maybe you do. Oops, thank you. I did forget. I forgot the ads today. I remembered yesterday. Oh my goodness. YouTube Studio. Let's go into YouTube Studio. Or go into the content. That's not the content. There we go. Content. Live. Monetization. Manual. Save. Because we're not going to manually add. And they will just show up in the comments. Eastern Girls Crafting. Thanks for popping in today. Much appreciated. Terry Cooper. Hello, hello. Okay. So, we have kind of rough edges. We have soft edges. Sometimes the soft and the hard, you mix it like light, medium, and dark, right? You want to do a little bit of hard edges. You want to do a little bit of soft edges. And stenciling in 3s. I'll show you that here in a minute. Oh, look at those. See? Soft, hard. We'll use some of those. But yeah, lots of companies have stencils. Why? Because stencils are more affordable. These here we got at Joann's when Joann's was selling stencils. Michael's has purchased most of their stuff, so I don't know if Michael's is gonna come in with some stencils. Ooh, look at that flower. Look at that flower right there. They kind of look like ones I would draw, which you could totally do too. Stencils are inexpensive, and they're so versatile because you can use whatever color. You can put it in the middle of the page, on the edge of the page, just a little speckle here and there. Like, they're really glorious. Stamperia has nice stencils. Simon Says Stamps has stencils. Like this stencil here. Like, when you ink this, all that's left behind are the lines. Terry Cooper says, guess what happened today? It's good, promise. Terry Cooper, what could have happened to Terry Cooper? Terry Cooper, I don't know. I'm bad at guessing. You got promoted at work. I don't know. Do you work? I don't know. You're on retirement. I don't know. You got Happy Meal. Happy Meal is always good. I don't know. You found money in a ditch on the way to the store. That's always fun. Easter eggs. Look at those. Simon Says Stamps layering Easter legs. No. We're not going to layer some leggies, but there's some Easter eggies. I do store my stencils in 3-ring binders. Here's Recollections at the beginning. Oh, look at this one. If ever one needed tape to hold things down, it's this one. The little bits get snaggied all the time. Okay. But, yeah, so we got some of those stencils. And then Simon Hurley. We have stencils. Oh, I would never have guessed that. That is so cute. The Kitty Apollo was picked to be in a calendar called North Carolina's 20 Cutest Pets. How fun is that? Oh, I'm so excited for you. That's fabulous. And so I'm assuming that's for next year, 2027. So everybody look out for North Carolina's 20 Cutest Pets calendar. I need to get a calendar. I don't have one. And I keep looking up there for the calendar, but I don't have one. Okay, Simon Hurley has 6x6 stencils. They're fabulous. The older ones, they lose their coating if you put them on stick mats, but the newer ones don't have that issue. The newer ones, you can also tell because they're more white. Lush leaves. I mean, look at that. So, see the color difference? Huge color difference. If you're wanting to know if you have an old stencil or a new stencil, if it's light in color, it's a new stencil. If it's dark in color, it's an old stencil. And with the old ones, you would put them shiny side down because the matte finish peels off on sticky mats. Which just means, no, he had to save his monies, so he wasn't able to purchase the calendars this year, which I get monies from YouTubes. I'm like tempted to say, Jim, how much is a calendar? And I'm tempted to buy one because he has the best. The best. Because why is it the best? I show you my little green book. I moved my green book because I was looking for something. Oh no. No. Where did I put it? I put the green book somewhere because that's my sticky mat. I was looking for something. And I moved my green book because it was, I don't know. Okay. Wait. Oh, I'm going to go insane. Nope, you are not it. Not it! Okay, anyways, he has the best. This girl really needs to start putting some stuff away. I've got these heaping piles. Is my thingy in there? No, you know what? I think I put it in the drawer. Did I put it in the drawer? Because I was trying to find a safer spot for it. That's what it was. That's why I moved it. Because it needed a safer spot. Yes. I put it in the Simon Hurley drawer. That's the safest spot for it. Look at. For my birthday in 2024, he gave me the green book. He takes his photos and sends them through designy thingies. So, yeah. I should ask him. You know what? I'm going to ask him right now. Because I get paid. I get paid by you guys. You guys on YouTube's that subscribe. Subscribe with monies. The monthly subscribers. You guys and those things that you send through the YouTubes. I actually hit the threshold and they're sending me money at the end of the month. So let me message Jim because I need one. Okay, your calendars. Okay, I want to buy one from you, sir. Okay, but yeah, so Jim has the best. And I've got a couple of the calendars. This was last year's. I mean, look at that. Look at how gorgeous this is. I've got to find his other calendars and put them together. I mean, look at that. Last March. Isn't that gorgeous? So gorge. I mean, I know, right? He takes beautiful photos. He's won a contest of, I think it was kind of a prestigious. Maddie, you used my Ranger affiliate? Oh, girl, shh. We won't say nothing. Thank you. Oh, which I hit that threshold too. So the technically I was able to pay my internet and Zoom and some of my monthly working things, we always pay it, but technically we got paid. That stuff got paid, but also some monies that arrived the other day from it is because we got the money from the affiliate links, we're going to be able to get our truck fixed. It's $400 to fix the axle. It's $380 something to fix the axle, and $160 for a tire. So next payday, I got to get the tire fixed, but we're able to fix that. I mean, I didn't get $400 from the affiliate link. It was like $120, but that's going to help. That's going to help alleviate that $400, right? $400 to fix the axle in my truck so that we can get my son learning to drive. Learning to drive. Oh, you know what? I didn't even... You guys, I forgot about that. Oh, I forgot about that. Smooth sailing. For those of you that joined last night in Scrapbook, we use smooth sailing. Now, it doesn't have the shells, but it has a stencil. So if you didn't want to use the stamp, or maybe you didn't have the stamp, there was the coordinating stencil. And that's another thing. Stencils are so fun because you can get them to go with stamps, and then you don't actually have to color. You can just do the brushies. They do layers, so you can get fun designs in layers. Again, I keep in a Amazon Basics page protector. I like these because they're nice and sturdy. They're a little bit thicker than some of the other ones I have. These page protectors, I really like them. I put a piece of paper down the center, and I put 4 on one side and 4 on the other, making it about 8 per flippity floppity. And up here, I do what the stencils are. So like this is a 4-piece of those. This one is one of those and 3 of those. So again, there's four layers. This one has 3 because we have 1 of those and 2 of those. So I've got room for 1 more in there, or not, because this one's got 6 pieces. But it's a layering one. I mean, that's what that one does. Layering. Ugh. Hi, Elizabeth and chat, says Christine. Hello. So, stencils, we get them, we love them, and then we kind of forget about them. So today is Use the Things Thursday. We're going to pull out some stencils because we love stencils. Ooh, you know what? This one would be fun too. This one is Animal Prints. Animal Prints got 2 stencils. It has a zebra and it has a spotty spots. And the fun thing about the spotty spots is you can use them like rocks. So if you want to do pebbles and like a watery thing over the top, giraffe, Black Panthers with the black spots. Is it panthers that have spots? But yeah, so they're so soft and roundy. They can be spots for anything. So let's get this one though. I think that one would be fun. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna set those over there. And then we've got some stencils. I don't know about the music one. I'm not feeling it, but I'm feeling these spotty ones. Spotty ones, right? Okay, so we have an assortment of stuff. So we're going to do a couple of things. We're going to do direct to a card base. So if you don't have a lot of materials and you just want to make a card, but you're trying to save materials, maybe you're running out of paper. If you have a card base, we can do that. Once again, this girl hasn't put her stuff away. That's all right, though. We got some Simon Hurley Stark White cardstock. We can do panels, because this girl loves panels. Maybe we'll do one panel. Stark White cardstock in one panel, and then we'll do a whole sheet, so you can see how using stencils to cover an entire sheet can save you time. That is vellum. That is not going to be helpful. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. We'll use some hammer mill, because that's what I see. Hammer mill. You can use whatever kind of paper. Whatever kind of paper makes your heart happy. Watercolor paper, paper, textured paper. Oops. Sorry. We got some issues going on. Quit. Wait, where's the line? Are we straight? Yes, but no. Okay, so we're going to start very simply with a card front. Because maybe, like I said, maybe we're running out of paper, and we need to make a card for a friend. We're going to get this today. We're going to use this. The 12x12 Ultra Sticky Mat by Altenew. We keep it in a of this thingy. I washed it. That's why it stuck a little. I washed it. Look at me. So, yeah. Nice, right? Good grip. Good grip. You want to put the waffle side down and the all over side up. And then when you get it where you want it, you're going to give it a press. Because if you don't press it down, it's not going to stick. See? Then we're going to get our card base, and we're going to pick a side. And we're going to put that right in the center. Does it have to be the center? No, it can be wherever you want to put it. But that's where I'm putting it. And then the next thing you need is color, inks, sprays, paste, all the things that you can make a mark with, you can use with a stencil. Even colored pencils, which, you know, we don't do that a lot. Let's pull out some colored pencils. We're going to pull out our Bruts, our Furner's Bruts stencils. Stencils are magnificent. I love them. I like collecting them. Look at the Bruts, the square Brut Furners. Aren't they glorious? I know. We're going to set those aside. We're just going to shove that pile of stuff over just a wee bit. Okay. And look, we even have, because we didn't put it away, we have this out from last night. So we might use that too. Okay. Stencils. Light, medium, and dark. Bold, fine, medium sizes. Big texture, little texture, hard texture, soft texture. These are kind of things that we're mixing and matching, okay? And it doesn't matter what brand, they'll all go together. So we're going to put a base down. We're going to put a base down of, I want to do these flowers. I think these flowers would be really pretty. And these flowers, again, they're, all that's going to be left behind on these flowers is the line. So it's going to be very delicate. So let's do these flowers, and they're soft. Let's do like a brick texture. Oops, where's the brick? A brick texture underneath. The brick texture will be seen through the petals. we'll do a brick and then maybe a little bit of luscious leaves and that on top. Sounds good. So let's get these. And so for my brick, it's not going to be like all over brick. I'm just going to pick some areas and drop some brick in there. And for me, I do it in groups of 3. I figure out 1 area, 2 area, 3 area. 1, 2, 3. Light, medium, and dark. I never use my Brits. You always reach for the Prismas. I love the Prismas. But because they're both in a pouch right next to each other, I need to do a new design for this. I just pick and choose. And today is the Brits. Today is the Britties. I like them. I like them because of their grip mostly. They colored very nicely. They color a little bit different than the Prismas, but I feel they color so nicely. Okay, so we're gonna do brick. What color do we want for brick? Light, medium, and dark. We're gonna start light towards the bottom. We're actually gonna go pink. I don't know. I just feel like we need to do pink for our brick. So we're gonna get some rosy cheeks. We got our brush. Okay. We're going to pick 3 areas to put some brick. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I got an itch. Okay, so I picked 3 areas and I put some of that. I'm going to set my stencil aside. We're going to come in with some lush leaves. That was a nice rosy cheeks. And then we're going to go, we're going to do a green. But I think we're going to do like a minty green, minty fresh. That just sounds like I need to do that. And I put minty fresh on because they're discontinuing Minty Fresh. That one I know for sure is being discontinued, so Minty Fresh. They came out with High Tide as a replacement. 2 different colors, 2 very different colors, but both are very beautiful. So if you have an old color and they tell you that it's not coming back, you can get the do your DIY, do it yourself. Let's get Minty. Oh look, we pulled Minty Fresh right at the thingy. 1, 2, 3. A little heavy-handed. And we're okay with that. It's no big deal. It's a stencil. It's kind of grungy. We'll go over that in a little bit. Okay. That's because these, they just let go of the ink, and I forget, and I make a mess, and it's okay. So we have hard, soft, a lighter, a darker, and then we're gonna do one more, and we're gonna go even lighter with this one because my dark is gonna be over this. We're gonna go lighter, so we're gonna do, you know what, I think Iced Out is what's replacing Minty Fresh. It is. I fibbed. It's Iced Out that is replacing Minty Fresh. But they're both so good. I like Minty Fresh, so I had to have it. Let's do, I'm kind of looking at that. Oh, Over the Moon. That's where I'm going with this one. We're going lighter with Over the Moon. I'll find it eventually. Yes, I do have a brush for everything. Sachets with 1,000-yard stare. Howdy doody, y'all. Hi, Zippity. How are you doing? Now, this one, I am gonna go and put it right down this way. And just let the brush do the work. And then we're gonna flip it. And kind of get it right there. And again, like so. Ugh, that was nice. Ugh, I love it. Put that over there in my wash it pile. Can I bring this up for you guys to see? Ugh, look at that. So a very light, a medium, and even though these are toned about the same, this one does read as darker than this one, even though they're kind of on the same level. And now we're going to go in with something even darker, so that we can put these lovely little flowers in there. And I think we're going to put them like right here. Adelaide, hello, hello. But because I lifted my card off of this and we've been inking, there's loose ink. Okay, I'm just going to give it a little bit of a clean. That way there, when we put our card back down, if we don't put it in the exact same spot, we're not going to get ink on the back of our card. Which is another bonus to these grip mats. And if you have the stamp wheel itself, you can just pull that grip mat out and put it down, or use the whole stamp wheel, whatever floats your boat. But if I were to ink this on my glass mat and just kind of hold it, I always get ink on the back. And that's okay. I don't charge extra for the ink on the back. Sometimes I don't want to give a person extra ink. I don't want to give it away all the time. So we put it on the mat. And then no ink is going to go under. Unless you like uber goob it. But see how that super dark has dried back where we over inked it a little bit? Isn't that glorious? Oh, it's so glorious. Okay. Now we're going to get our super fine detailed little... Look at how dainty that is. And we're going to put it here. We're going to put it here. Okay. And then we're going to get a darker color. Darker. And I'm feeling blue. Do we want to do blue? Bluish green? Do we want to do... We're going to either do Loch Ness or check engine. What do we think? I'm kind of feeling Loch Ness, but check engine would be pretty on it too. I kept looking at that one. We're going to go different. We're going to go with this. We're going to go with this. We're going to go check engine, which also the 9x12 has a lot of room. So you can set your stuff on there. Set your stuff on there. And it's not going to get moved around too much, which is kind of nice. You quit. That's Roar. Guppy. Traffic cone. Check engine. Christine says Loch Ness. Mayhem. Crafty Cards. Hello, hello. Thanks for popping in today. It is Use the Things Thursday, and today we're using stencils. So, sorry, Christine. I went I went with this one. It'll be fun though. But yeah, you could definitely do blue. You could do whatever makes your heart happy. Now, because this is not a square stencil and it's only being held by a few little areas, I am also using my fingers to hold it. And because this stencil is just like an outliney stencil, when I come off the top of the stencil, I'm doing the color really dark in the stencil, and then I'm loosening up so that it's a softer outline. Okay, so we're going dark in the center, nice and dark. And then we're gonna loosen up as we exit the stencil. And then we're gonna be careful because this one, I'm going to have to hold it there. See, that one shifted. This one's being bad. And then a little bit outside. And then we're going to add more on the inside of this one. Okay. Yes, Stellar Inks. All of the Simon Hurley inks. I am a fan of the foam pads. They are my faves. So any colors that aren't being brought back, I am buying the DIYs for. I just can't. And then there it is. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at that. Look at that. Ah! Look. It's so pretty. Let me clean my fingers. I got orange all over them because we were holding things down. Oh my goodness. I know, right? All of that color. And we did leave white. We left white because that's what I felt like doing. Come in, you. Okay. So there it is. There it is. Look at that. So we did a light, medium, and dark. And then we did a darker. Because look. But you can see all of that detail. That's why we do it all over. Is because the inks, they layer up. They're like a little bit of transparent. But the darker the ink is, the more saturated, the less you're going to see through that. That orange was a really good choice in order to leave all that. Loch Ness would have buried a lot of that because it's definitely darker than this, and it would have ate up that. But look at, oh, it's so pretty, so pretty. So layer up your stencils, and then this card's ready to go. We could pop on a sentiment, easy peasy. I mean, these nice big sentiments. You do you, right? You guys have sentiments all over the place. I have a hard time using sentiments. We might not use one. Although I do like the follow your dreams. We stamped it. I don't know. I would stamp the sentiment and pop it up as your one bonus element. But that's a note card ready to go. How fun is that? Okay, so that's one way to use your stencils is to do it right on the card. Do it right on the card so you can get it in the mail quick. And that was quick. Most of our day has been spent digging through and just chatting. And then we're going to get our panel, just a panel. Okay, this one is the Simon Hurley Stark White cardstock panel. And we're going to bring back our brick. We're going to do the brick with some bubbles and some liney lines. And then we're going to throw in some stars to show that we can put with texture paste. But you know what we're going to do? Yeah. We're going to do colored pencil with the circles. So we're going to get these down with ink. Because you can use pencils, pens, whatever you want. If you just want to draw an outline of the stencil, you can do that too. We're going to do this, but we're going to do it in a bit of game over. So this one's going to be a little bit darker. We're going to start off kind of dark. Oh, look it. We grabbed game over right off the bat. We do love that. And I'm going to build that color up. I'm just going to put this in this one area. So it's taking up like half or more. It's taking up like more than half. So that's like a good chunk of our card. And I'm not going straight to the edge. I don't want the hard edge. I don't want the hard edge. So we're just gonna build that right up, right in the center. Oh, that's Love Bomb. Get that going right down the center. The Simon Hurley inks, they just build up. Just keep building them up to get the darkest part that you want. And then you can reveal that. We love color. We love stencils. Look at that. Oh, that's glorious. Oh, that's so glorious. Okay, we're going to put that back. We're going to put a lid on that. Put that back. Gotta kind of put things back because, yeah, we're going to have everything everywhere. Everything everywhere. And then we're going to do some of our little stripies. But I want the stripities to be... look, we used the neon greens. We love that. We're going to put the stripities right here. And then we're going to do Midnight Snack. That's even darker. No, we're going to go lighter. We're going to go into a blue, a purple. No, let's go into purple. Where's Pompous? Pompous. We're going to do lavender. But we're going to do it lightly. Because we can. Pompous! Pompous. Pompous Opossum. For all of you guys that thought the mixed up letters were that. And I got a little dark there. So, oops. And then we're going to take and get some over this. We're going to darken that up though. Like a little stripe. There we go. I think that's what we'll do. Since I made this area a little bit too dark, we're going to do it like intentionally. We're going to do dark stripes, which will allow us to go, oops, I got a little boo-boo. It's okay. We're going to go right over this area. And then go softer in that area. Oh, look at that. And see, right over the top of the other stuff. We like that. We like that. And then we're going to do some, put that away, put that away, put it away, put it away. Colored pencils. Because you can pair your inks with pencils. You could pair your inks with all the things. We could spray. Ooh, you know, we might do that too. We might just spray this afterwards. But let's put some circles in here. But we need them to be darkity dark dark. Let's go with this one. Is this one darker? Oh, yeah. This is a little bit more time consuming than just doing the whatevers, right? but we don't mind. We're going to get this. We're going to do some of these here. Look at that. We're going to do... Oops. And you can take more time or less time. Oops. Oops. Hop in circles here. Do we like it like that? Do we like it? Yes. Look at that. Let's do a couple of little bitty ones coming off of this one. We're going to do this one, and maybe this one. Oh, look at that. Isn't that awesome? And we can still see the color because we're coloring over paper, we're coloring over inked paper. So we're getting different shades of this blue because we can see the different colors underneath. Like there, look at that. Just so nice. I'm just going to go in and fill them in just a little bit more where I want to. And so we've had a hard shape and our soft shapes. We have dark, lights, mediums. Okay. And then I think we're going to do a line upwards. Like, yeah. I'll just show you what it looks like if you just outline, and then I'll go back in and color. Because you don't have to color it in. You can come here, you can just do outline, and it's just going to give you a different look. That's actually really fun. Do I want to leave it like that? Let me go over the outline a couple of times and make it more wibbly. I think I like that. I think I like that. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave that one like that. I do like that. And then we're going to do some stars. Okay. Put that away. We're going to do some stars with some texture paste. Oh yeah, that one. We have two different, we have like regular stars and fuzzy stars. I think I'm going to use the fuzzy stars. Again, these ones came with some thingamabobbins. They came with thingamabobbins. Stamps. Stamp timber. So these are kind of like little exclusive-y ones. But if you have stars in another thing, oh my gosh. Slippery when wet, you guys. This is bright. This is going to add brightness to our dark. And so we're just going to hold and pick some areas. Hopefully I didn't just jam that out. This is so tiny. It's so tiny. One area, we're gonna hopefully do this. Should have stirred it up a little bit. Sometimes they need a little bit of mixing. It's been a bit since I've been in here. 2 areas. Ugh. And then one more. We're gonna get this one like right here. Clusters of 3 with your stencils, embellishments. I don't know what it is. It just works. It just works, you guys. So if you're not sure about your placement of stencils, just pick 3 areas. And then your next stencil, the next 3 areas. And your next stencil, another 3 areas. Okay. Oh, that's glorious. Oh, I can't wait for that to dry. Ooh! 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 So we can use paste through our stencils, pencils, pens, crayons, whatever will fit in the opening of your stencil, paint, all the fun things. All the fun things. If you can make a mark with it, you can put it through a stencil. And then we're going to have that. And you can do it on a panel, so then we can trim this down and put it on our card base. That one's a lot of fun. Let me put it somewhere to dry. And then we're going to clean this up. And we're going to put the lid on this. Air is your enemy. Air is your enemy. If you're doing little bitty quick works, it's fine. But if you're doing huge projects, I would recommend taking out a glove, putting it down, and keeping this closed, or maybe put some, so it's not like closed, maybe putting some plastic over it while you work, raise back the plastic, grab what you need, because air is your enemy. Air is your enemy. It dries it out. And the more you use it, and the littler it gets in there, the quicker it's going to dry out. So you can have your paste brand new, sitting in your craft room for years. You take off that cellophane, you open it up, that starts deteriorating the shelf life. Okay, as soon as you crack that lid and let the air in, you need to use it or lose it. Okay, I have lost very little of these, very little. Even when they get really hard, and not like so hard, but like you have to work at it to get it to move, you can add a little bit of water. It does change. Adding water changes the texture, changes the consistency. But if you're towards the end and you just want to get that last little bit, add some water. You can do it. It'll be fine. We're going to get a paper towel because lunar paste, did you know you can put lunar paste on fabric? You can put lunar paste on fabric. And if you put it on thickly, it'll pick off like a t-shirt with a printer thingy on it. If you put it on thinly, it like grabs into the fibers and it will stay there. And you won't be able to pick it off if you paint it on thinly. I have projects that I have hosed down in the past with lunar paste. Lunar paste is fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Sybil, hello. So we did that. And then the other thing to make your life easier, right? You can get your paper. This is one of my faves too. Speaking of, let's put this down. Okay. We just did it in A2 size. Look at that. It's going to hold my paper right nicely, right? I know. But say like we have a ton of cards. We need to bust out some cards. This is where doing a full sheet comes in handy. Okay? And you have to remember, no, you don't have to. You can just willy-nilly and then just chop it. But if you have big items like this, I'm going to cut this down into 4 sections. So, if I do the big thing, sorry, I need to move you. If we do the big bug, okay, we can do it at the end, maybe run some texture through it, or do it at the beginning so that we know that this bug is going to be in all 4 quadrants if we so choose, right? Or maybe that bug or whatever. But we're going to plop on some flowers. Then we're going to use some of our hard edges, some of our soft edges, and we're just going to throw down. We're going to throw down, and we're going to start with a medium. I'm feeling kind of medium today. Let's start with some bee sting. Bee sting. We like bee sting. We just got to get a brush for it. Game over, love bomb. Why am I picking all the wrong ones? Bee sting. All right. Janine, hello, hello. So we're going to be careful with bee sting because that is a stellar ink. Although I could get my other one if I wanted a little bit lighter. Love that. Love that. We're just gonna plop this lovely all over. Let's get that leaf on there too. Can we come back for this leaf here? Where were you? Another fun thing about stencils is you can do that. Okay. I know I said light, but here we are. 1, 2, 3. You see that? We made a triangle. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Oops. Okay. I'm going to give myself a place to put my fingers. Because I'm getting it in the ink and I don't want to get it on the thing. No, we need bigger tape. We need bigger tape. I have bigger tape. I have bigger tape right here. We're going to get this. We're going to get this. So I have a place to put my fingers. Maybe if I did it like this. 1, 2, 3. Triangle. 1, 2, 3. You see what I just did there? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We're picking 2 and giving it a third, and we're ignoring everything else. We're picking 2 and giving it a third. Picking 2, giving it a third. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and that's it. We're not counting all of the things. We're counting 2 and giving it a third. Okay, so we like that. That's our cluster of 3 for that. We're gonna drop in some zebras over that. Let's do purple, but the other purple. Let's do 100% juice. That sounds fun. Nope, that's possum. I just used you. Where's 100% juice? There it is. 100% juice. Okay. I'm going to put a stripedy through here. 1, 2. Oops. 3. I put 3 main ones. It's not enough. Tars, hello, hello. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I think I'm going to put a little chunky here. That'll be 1, 2, 3, and then maybe a little chunky here. And then maybe a little chunky here, because maybe 1, 2, 3 is out here in the boonies. I just want a little bit there at that point. And then maybe a little bubbly right there. Because we can do whatever we want. 1, 2, let's do one right here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That stencil's done. That color's done. These colors, they're both on the dark spectrum. They're both about the same tone. So I need to go lighter. So we're going to go lighter. Let's go yellow, because yellow is like the lightest of them all, right? We're going to go with some shooting star, because that's what you are. Look at that. Shooting star. First one out of the get-go. Let's do some shooting star swirlies, because that's fun. So I want my swirly to be here. Oops, I just moved that. And that's fine. It happens. 1, 2, that's lovely. 3. One, 2, 3. Let's put one here, because that'll be 1, 2, and then 3. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna put one here. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna put one here. We're gonna do it this way though. 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna do this guy here. 1, 2, 3. And we're gonna do a little bit here. And just because I think we're gonna do that there. This one's collecting a lot of little things. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I know. It's fabulous. I think we're gonna come in with something even darker, and in all of these leftover spaces we're gonna put this cluster, because I'm tired. I'm tired of working on this one already. You guys, sometimes that just happens. You find a big cluster and then you fill it in. And that's what we're going to do. And we're going to pull out a dark blue. So I think we'll go to Loch Ness, because that was called earlier and I didn't use it. So we're going to use it now. Look at that. It was the sign. It's the first one I pulled out. So we're going to put those away. Did this one have a cap? No. I don't think you had a cap either. But you have a cap. Oh, somebody did have a cap. Somebody had a cap. Was it the red one? I don't know. Let's give it to the red one. Nope. The bee sting. Bee sting. Do you need a brush? Oops. Do you need a brush for every color? No, you do not. For the longest time, I used 1 or 2 red ones for the red. I used 1 or 2 blue ones for the blue. And then I just cleaned in between. But you know what happens is you get money and you can buy whatever you want. Or maybe you don't have money, but you feel like you can buy whatever you want. And this girl definitely bought whatever I want. And I purchased more brushes. And some brushes were gifted to me. And so I went through and made sure all of my Simon Hurley inks have their own brush. My oxides, they share. Because I don't have a lot. I'm not getting a lot. My oxides share. Because oxides have to stay with the oxides. And my Simon Hurleys stay with the Simon Hurleys. But we're going to go into Loch Ness. And we're going to pop this cluster in there. And we're going to go to its darkest. Oh, yeah. That's nice. You know what? I'm going to need... Come here, you. I get a little overzealous with my blending, so we're gonna tape off some of these things. And we have tape from other projects, right? You just get a little piece of plastic, like some acetate or something, and you can save your little tapes. Okay, that's gonna be taped off like that. It's going to be taped off like that, because this girl, depending on what we're doing, we're going to run this right off the edge. So we'll just get that one ready. Okay. Get those on there. Warm them up. If they're not sticking, warm them up a little, or maybe just throw them away and get new ones, because that's what it's for. It's a consumable. Use it up. And then we're just going to build it up. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? I don't know if I'm ready. Look at that. Look at that pop right off of that. And it's so fabulous because the colors don't, like your first layer color is in the paper. It's not coming back up unless you pull it out with some water techniques and you pull that out. So when you put another color over it, just like alcohol inks, they're transparent. This is green, not because the color's blended, but because the blue is showing the yellow through. So right there, we have a little bit of green going on. Some of this has gotten a little bit darker. Some of it has totally blended it out, but light, medium, and dark. And I would recommend doing your dark last, because then you can use it to fill in these areas, like this one right here. Okay. And you can go as dark as you want, or as light dark. Oops. And just ask your stencil gods to hold your stencil in place while you're doing this. Like, oops, that one was over. Move that. And then I'm going to do a little bit more in the center on those ones. So that one's super dark. This one's not as dark, but it's still dark, right? We're going to rotate it around and stick it into this void. And we're going to go super dark with this one because, well, there's nothing there. Look at that. Scrumdiddly-umptious. Scrumdiddly-umptious! And then we have like a little bit here. So I'm going to do like this little bit right here. And then I have this little bit right here, which I'm just going to put this like one little flower there. And that's another thing. You can just use a section. You don't have to use the whole thing. You can totally just use a section. We're going to use like this section right here, because there's, again, a white void that I want taken care of. Isn't it pretty? Almost Asian-like. Almost. We're going to put that right there. We're going to darken this one up. And then now I'm going to visualize, because we weren't counting. We weren't doing 1, 2, 3s and making sure. But now we're going to visualize. We're going to visualize that. And I'm seeing over here, there's a void. It needs some blue. Because if we cut this, see what's going on there? So we can extend this blue over, because this is going to be like this. This has got a little void here, but I think I'm okay with this. Only because I can put our little bug in that corner. I think that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to take and add just a flower right here. So that when we cut this, I'll have that guy there. And we could do that here too if we wanted to. Let's just do that. Let's just put a single, let's put 2 flowers right here. So we're going to do that. And we're going to do that. We're going to section this off just so it's not so plainy Janey right there. And we're not going to go too dark. I think that'll help. So that when we cut that, we have some of that going on in there. Okay. So we've added our light, mediums, and darks. Lights, mediums, and darks. Debbie J, hello, hello. And then we're going to do paste again. Oh, that's going to be so fun. We're going to do the bugs. Okay, so if I want this bug like this, I can move that up there and do that. Trying to do it so I can do all. Okay, so I'm going to do this one, this one, this one, then this one. Because this one needs to go like this. So then I can pull this down. Okay, so we're going to start here. No, we're going to start here. We want this one. I want this one like this. Okay. And we're going to, oops. We're going to tape off sections that we don't want paste. Okay. That's where we want our bug. And we're going to do we're going to do solar paste. We're going to do green cuz I can do whatever I want. Linda G, hello, hello. Meteorites? Oh, did you get to see any? How exciting. I'm just knocking over my piles. Please hold. My piles, my piles, my piles, my piles. Okay, and then we're going to get our thing that we didn't clean because, well, I'm too good to do the cleaning. How is everybody doing? Oh, man. So, hold on. Somebody didn't clean the spatula. Do I want to use this spatula? Yeah, I do. I like this spatula. I'm just using my fingernail to scrub off some of this gold. It dries like a plastic. It's kind of fun. Like, all you could put all these plasticky shaving pieces into some paint, some texture stuff. I mean, it doesn't have to go to waste at all. Use all of it, but we're putting it on the floor so we can vacuum it up next month, because I don't vacuum all the time. Okay, so we're gonna take our solar paste in the crocodile tears. We're gonna get the crusties off of the rim, because those are closest to the air. We're gonna scrape those into the garbage. The crusties, if you got crusties, you guys, it just happens. But see how much I've used this? There's not a lot left, and so it's super thick. It's still spreadable. A few more weeks and this will be not spreadable, so keep that in mind. But look at how much I've used of this. Do you blame me? I don't blame me. And then we're going to make sure this is down, and we're just going to spread our little Now, the fun thing about solar paste is it goes on with like a color, but not really. Oh. I know. I don't have my El Chapo nails. And I didn't notice this until I was doing my videos. They are only recommended for 7 days. $13 for 7 days. I wish I'd have seen this at the store. I would not have bought them. But even for 7 days, they didn't last that long. I think I broke one in like 6 days. They were bending. The gems fell off in 3 days. The gems started falling off. I'm going to rotate this around so that I can get to this one. And then I'm going to put this one. The placement of this one is going to depend on that one. So I don't stick it. Well, I did. I stuck it right in there, but that's okay. Nobody will know. But yeah, so I am going to, I'm going to let my nails heal, because the glue I used is like 90-day glue. Like, the glue did not want to let go at all. If the nails were better quality, I think my nails would have stayed on like 4 weeks. That's just an approximation. I don't know. That glue didn't want to let go at 2 weeks. No, it did not. So I'm going to let my nails heal, and then I'll be doing nail videos of me painting my nails if you guys want to follow along on my nail journey. Oh, look at that. Okay, and then I said I needed to do this one before I did this one, because of, again, this. We're going to set this one back in here. Oh God, these are gorgeous. Wait till you guys see this up close. And they're going to be thick, because this is thick, and it's fine. It's fine. It's just going to take it some time to dry, you guys. And I need to use it or lose it anyways. So sometimes just do your application thick and be done with it. It'll be fine. Okay, there's that one. Ooh. Ooh! And then we're going to put this one. We'll have to be careful, I think. I can't have that right there. There's the edge of the paper right there. So I can actually put that right there. Ugh, look at that. I don't know. I think I like it spreads better. I have a little bit more control in this thickened state. Look at that. When you go to peel your stencil, I do recommend holding the opposite side. So if you're going to start pulling here on the opposite side, hold it down. Because if you start pulling and you sneeze, you drop it, you cough, you drop it, your hand says, ah, and let's go. This is going to hold it in place so it flops back down. See, I'm not worried about that because I'm holding it in place. And plus, when you pull and it shifts that way because you're not holding it, you can smear your thing. So we're going to get it up, and as we're pulling, our hand comes with it so that there's no slippage. And when there's no slippage, look at that. Look at that. I know, right? Look at those glorious little dragonflies. And then they're going to shift. They're going to color shift to a green. Mouse, hello, hello. So now, I didn't think about that, but I think I'm going to wind up cutting a little bit of this dragonfly off, or we might get lucky. When I go to cut this one, I'll have to make sure I cut it carefully. I don't want to lose any of that, but yeah. So this space is all open only because we're going to be cutting, and so we'll have a dragonfly on each panel, and it'll be glorious. No slippage, that's right. So we can leave this to dry, and then we can move on to our other one, right? So if we have to make a lot, do a full page. And now I'm going to have 4 done panels. The other thing is, before the dragonfly stage, you could cut this down and then you can place your dragonfly anywhere you want. And you can mass put them down like crazy. Just know that when you're doing stencil, sometimes it gets underneath. And so I've got little marks on here from it getting underneath, but that doesn't bother me. So you'll probably have to clean your stencil a couple of times if you're mass producing. But look at that, because like you can really see it right there. That's the gook from under the stencil where I set it down and then moved it a little bit. But that doesn't bother me. That stuff's free. I mean, I don't always like to give it away, but that's just free lunar paste right there. Look at how pretty. Look at how, just look at that one. That one's getting to be drying. Like how glorious is that? Very sunny, very shimmery. Now again, we left the background white. But if you put another color in there, if you're going to color the background first, make it your lightest color. I mean, granted, maybe not yellow, but your lightest blue or your lightest pink. And then remember, if you do a light blue background, your yellows will have a greenish tinge to them. Or you can just go back in and like ink blend over the top where you feel like there needs to be color. Whatever makes your heart happy. But there's that. One more thing I want to show you with stencils. Just to remind you how versatile stencils are. We used marking materials. Like crayons, colored pencils, pens, ink, alcohol inks, alcohol markers. If you can make a mark with it, you can use it in a stencil. Paints, all those things. So you open up your stencils to looking different if you use colored pencils versus an ink blending brush, which is right here. So we have ink blending, and then stencil material, texture paste and then colored pencils through a stencil, because you can color it in or you can just follow the outline. So this one shows like you can really do look at those stars. Aren't they shiny? Lunar paste. Gotta love the lunar paste. Where did our other card go? Oh, this one. This one here, we did, this example was just to show you right on a card base. Like, you don't need to do a card panel first. You can do right on a card base. And this one was more of a light, medium, and dark. And the dark pulling the main focus for this very delicate stencil. Okay? And we actually had light, medium, and dark, and then dark, dark. Okay? And then this last thing you can do with your stencils, if you didn't know, a lot of you, I'm sure, do know this. Oh, wait. Let's clean this first. Okay, I'm going to throw all of these away because we've got paste all over them and I'm not going to deal with them. I need to clean this off. Okay, so there's a couple of ways to clean off paste. Black cardstock, Michael's. So you can just get a tissue, clean it off, or you can, while it's still in the wet stage, I'm going to put a little bit of water down here, because remember when I said that if you add water, you can reactivate it a little bit. Clean that off right over a piece of paper, because we can do whatever we want. Love cleanups. That one's not filling in though. Come on. You can use a brush, you can use a towel, whatever makes your heart happy. Finger tools are okay by me. Okay. Look at how fun that was. So we had El Chapo has gone into hiding. Hey, Ronan. Yeah, stinking nails broke off. But yeah, in a month or so, our nails should be healthier, and then I'll go. They won't be stilettos, but they'll be the coffin nails. They're pretty. They're pretty. But that's cleanup. That's cleanup. So we can fussy cut him later, or we could add more things to that. It's not perfect, but because of the mica, it's still going to be super shiny. Or it could just be a little note card for like the inside of your card. You know, trim it down and then put thinking of you. Hey, so-and-so, I hope you're having a great day. Sending hugs. That way there you don't have to write a bazillion to make the page feel lighter. You can do these and put them on the inside of your cards. I would do a lighter piece of paper, but, you know, you could put that on the inside of a card. And then let's finish cleaning this. And again, we're going to get a paper towel because this stuff will crustify your rag. And if you don't want a crusty rag, well, use a paper towel. That, I let it dry a little too much. Hold on a sec. I gotta do some scrubbies. Because I got it. I like crammed it into those spaces. This is a kitchen scrubber I got at Walmart. You can get them on Amazon, wherever. They're like a silicone scrubby. They're awesome. Especially on your stencils. Let's see, we got Oops. Careful. Careful of the small bits. I always forget about the small bits. I'm a very aggressive. Okay, and then I'm going to hose it down one more time. I said hose it down and then, okay. Because we did use these flowers. So we'll get the ink off of there while we're in here cleaning. Surprised we didn't get that blue all over our paper. And then that's it. Just be mindful of the little pokey things. And we have a nice clean stencil for next time. Is it super clean? No. Can I get it super clean? Sure. Am I going to? No. No. We don't mind. We don't mind. This is a top-notch stencil. I don't know if Michaels is going to be carrying the top-notch since they did acquire a lot of the Joann's stuff. But top-notch, I think, is through Plaid. Don't quote me on that. But some of the Plaid stuff used to look like the new top-notch stuff. You know, it's like they just rebranded. But Plaid is still out there, so I don't know. We use that, so I'm just going to clean that. Okay, and then our last thing for stencils that I want to show you is fun. It's fun. You guys are going to like this. Well, you guys will like this if you have a die cutting machine. Die cutting machine. Will my Simon Hurley's? Yes! The Simon Hurley's fit. We love it. Sir, do not throw your tantrums. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Where'd it go? Oh, no, no, no. Where'd we put our card so it could dry? Oh, it's not a card. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. You guys, I am notorious for setting my card panels and stuff down and then forgetting about them and throwing things on them. And I lost my paper. And so I was thinking small, but it's right there. It's right there drying. Nothing can get on it. Nothing can get on it. Or it can. But anyways. And then we're going to grab Spellbinders because Spellbinders, they think of everything. Where's the one that says... There you are. Okay, so Spellbinders has different thingies. So we're going to do this one. How to emboss a cut shape. Now, we're not using a die. So instead of the die, it is going to be the stencil. So if you have the Spellbinders one, you're going to want to do how to emboss a cut shape. And it's going to use the rubbery mat. Okay. So if you don't have the Spellbinders, you're going to play with your sandwich. You're going to do like your embossing folder, your thin embossing folder, and then you're going to build up. And if you have a rubber mat, throw it in there as part of the layer for your 3D embossing, right? 3D embossing maybe might work there. But we're going to take that. We're going to take that. And we're going to grab a piece of paper. We're going to grab some Crafty Critta because that's what I have. Where's my accent opaque thingy? I don't even know. Ooh, you know what? I lied. I lied. It's a crafty lie. We can tell those. We tell crafty lies all the time. So we're not going to do Crafty Critta. we're going to do black. We're going to use the basic heavy stock. I got mine at Michael's. You can get yours wherever you feel like getting yours. And then you're going to put, what are we doing? I don't even know. We're going to do the paper. The paper. Cut paper and cutting die. Okay, that's gonna go like so. I feel like that's wrong. And then the E embossing mat. And then that's D. I need B. That one's too thick. Too thick. I don't know. I feel like this is wrong, but I could be mistaken. No. You know what? I know this goes like this. So I think it goes B die, aka that, and the die cut, the stabby stabs would go into the rubber mat, and then the rubber mat is going to shove the paper into the stencil. Shove it into the stencil, and then do I need another thing? Wait, what was D? Oh, we do need D. We need it. Maddie says, I like Michael's heavyweight cardstock. Yes, it's a very nice paper. It's just not as black as the other, but it's economically, it's more price friendly. It's price friendly, and we don't mind that. Okay, we can feel. Will you quit? Quit with your nonsense. Look it. I'm going to do it twice. Do I need to do it twice? No, I don't know, but I felt like I needed to. So there's that. Let's see if we did it right. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We shoved the stencil. I mean, it's not 3D embossing by any means, but look at. And, you know, we're going to amplify it because why not? Ugh. Take this. Sir, why did you get out of your home? You stand up. Okay. Christopher, hello, hello. Okay, so we just embossed our stencil because stencils are wonderful and you can do so much with them. So we did that. Then we're going to get our sports car little doodad, and then we're going to get this, and then we're going to get this, and then we're going to take this and we're going to smoosh it there. I feel like if you have, that's probably too much. You know what? I know that's too much. Let me have like 90% of that back. You can have that much. That's all you need, card. Sometimes I get a little overzealous. So we're going to get our brayer. You could get a big brayer, a little brayer, whatever kind of brayer you want. And then we're just going to whoop. That was a little thick, but it's okay. It's very grungy because this is very light, right? Yeah, look at that. I didn't clean the brayer very good. It's fine though. It's fine though. I know, right? Now, yes, we could have put the stencil over the thing and put the texture paste in there, but it's a different effect. And we use less texture paste. Because you saw it was just a teeny weeny bit. But look it. Oh, we can see what it looks like on the other side too. Because why not? So we're just going to get a tiny little bit because we got way too much last time. That happens. So we'll see what the back look like. And we're going to smooth that out. Stay put! So, embossed, debossed, whatever the boss may be. I know. It's fabulous. It's fabulous. Just look at that. Oh, I love it. And then it's like another texture on texture because the paste. And yeah, it's almost completely dry because we did it so thinly. That's not 100% dry, but yeah, look at that. So you can send your stencils through your embossing machines with the right sandwich. You will need a rubbery mat. Pretty much everybody has them. Cuttlebug has a rubbery mat, if I'm not mistaken. Where is Cuttlebug? Cuttlebug. There you are. Cuttlebug does have a rubbery mat, but also, it's a little bit of a snug fit. So if you have Cuttlebug, you can buy the Sizzix E. And then what I would recommend is getting a nice metal ruler and then just trimming off like a 1/4 inch or 1/8 of an inch just to let it slide in there more easily. Because it's like wall to wall right there. But you can totally cut this rubber mat down with an X-Acto knife and a straight edge if you have the Cuttlebug and you want it to work. Otherwise, there are mats for the Cuttlebug. Cuttlebug does have that. And like a lot of them have that. Stamper girl. That almost looks like waves on the deboss side. It does, kind of, doesn't it? That would be really, really pretty with our sailboat that we used the other day. But again, you can, if you're a sentimenty kind of person, I mean, you could throw a fun sentiment on there, a little ribbon, make it done. And then it's got interesting texture because it's not raised because of the texture paste, it's raised because of the paper. It's really cool. I don't know how to explain it, you guys. It's really cool. But that is our Use the Things Thursday stencils. Use the Things Thursday stencils edition. You can use your stencils right on your card base, on panels, on full sheets. So then you can chop them. I'm in love with this. I love it. I hope you guys love it too. These are not dry. They're not dry because they're thick. They're thick. With multiple C's and THs. Thick. Okay. And so that's going to be fun. Try and see if we can show how thick that is. It's thick, you guys. And then when the recipient gets it and they run their finger over it, it'll be fun. Like, it's glorious. It's so glorious. It's so lovely. But it's not dry. The top is dry, but not the underneath. It's like crust. The crusty dries and then that. But these are dry because we did them earlier. These little guys are dry. And again, nice and textury, super fun. The mica does not rub off when these are dry. That's it. They're on there forever. Stencils with inks, colored pencils, pens, watercolors, paint, all the things. Alcohol inks, all the things. Texture paste, absolutely love it. You can use your stencils through your embossing folders. like an embossing folder. Sorry about that. Use your stencils like an embossing folder, and then you get another thing. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me today. If you like hanging out with me, consider coming and hanging out tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. I may or may not have somebody helping me tomorrow. We'll see. If everything goes right, we will have company tomorrow. And then tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, it's me, and then maybe a friend. And then at 7 p.m. Eastern is 2 crafty girls. Yeah. I'll be playing with my markers and chatting with anybody. And if anybody has questions and whatnot, you can shout them out. But Deborah from Canada will be hanging out with me on Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. But we have a bonus live tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. So, and yeah. So there's that. I hope to see you guys around the crafty area. And Saturday, my friends, is the crafty Zoom. You just need to be a member of the Facebook group or Discord. And in the events calendar for both those places has the Zoom link. Hard topics are not allowed. It is a time to get away and just immerse yourself in crafty fun and happiness. Rainbows and sprinkles. Rainbows. Whatever. The happy place. It's a happy place. Until then, I hope you guys stay crafty, have fun, and for you non-crafters that like to pop in, I hope you have a wonderful day. And maybe somebody around you will be nice and crafty, and you can enjoy. Until next time, bye-bye.